The facts, dates, and events presented in this video are from the member's best recollection and may not be fully accurate. This video is intended for entertainment purposes only. Always consult with your local union about your rights and duties at your workplace. The opinions shared on this video are our own and do not necessarily represent my employer's positions, strategies, or opinions. All views shared are protected under the National Labor Relations Act.
All right, so in this one, we're going to be talking about work schedules. So as an RPCD, what type of work schedule am I looking at?
So if you are an RPCD with a seniority date prior to August 1st, 2019, you cannot be forced to a Tuesday through Saturday schedule. You can choose that. You have the option to choose it, but you cannot be forced. If you are a RPCD that has a date after August 1st, 2019, you can be forced if they need more people beyond the current 22/4s. But unless you are forced, you would maintain your current schedule Monday through Friday. And then if you are a 22/4, you will more than likely remain Tuesday through Saturday unless there are enough volunteers from the previous two groups to fill the positions, and that would allow a senior 22/4 to become Monday through Friday, the former 22/4, I should say. A big part of this is language that is now there that people cannot be forced to work on their unscheduled days, what we refer to commonly as a six punch, which would be a Saturday for a Monday through Friday driver or a Monday through for a Tuesday through Saturday driver. That's a huge win. That was a major issue across the board, and so that's a big victory.
Now, Greg, are there any caveats to this language?
Yeah, so there's two concerns. One is that the 25% limit for Tuesday through Saturday jobs is now removed because that was part of the 22/4 language. So there is no restriction on how many routes can be moved to Tuesday through Saturday. And as we know, the company wants probably as much work done on Saturday as possible. The other caveat to this is that the forced six punch language only applies to RPCDs. It does not apply to any other classification. So that's important to note.
Let's say I'm a part-timer. What type of schedule will I be looking at?
As a part-timer, your schedule should be determined by your seniority, as it has been. But as I say, there's still no restriction on part-timers being forced in for six punches unless you have language in your supplement that says so.
And then feeders, is that any different?
Feeders do not have the no force six punch language. Again, if you have language in your supplement that previously prevented six punches or has been added since, you would fall under that, but you're not falling under this national restriction on the 4-6 punch.
Okay, and so with that being out of the way, as a driver, we work under DOT's hours of service. Has anything changed with all that?
Yes. So most of us remember that years ago, the company started implementing this change from a 60-hour week to a 70-hour week. It's 60 hours in 7 days versus 70 hours in 8 days. But since we all reset on Sunday, they sort of get away with it. That was a big point of contention, people being forced to work beyond 60 hours. That has now been fixed, whereas people can volunteer to work over 60 hours if the company switches to a 70-hour work week, but they cannot be forced to work over 60 hours. Also a big victory, especially for folks that are don't want to go beyond that. And it usually ties in with a 4-6 punch being forced over 60. So it's a sort of, they work in tandem to eliminate that.
Well, that's all we got for this one. Let's get into the next video.